Hi guys, it's the Macintosh Guide, and today we're going to be looking at unboxing some Switch 2 related content. So we have received a package right here, and let's look into what I have purchased. So the first item that we've purchased is a Play Vital case for the Switch 2. I actually can't even remember when I ordered this. But this is part of the Black Friday stuff. So it's designed by gamers for gamers. It's diverse, stylish and innovative. So let's cut the nonsense and let's get straight into unboxing this. Let me get a pair of scissors and then I will come back. Now that I've got my trusty pair of scissors, let's just unseal the seal. And if you are a drinker, you should know exactly what that movement means when you open the seal. And all we have to do is pull it out. So this is a case for the Switch 2. I actually don't know what this even is. I will figure that out in a second. But this is meant to be a full case, if I remember. Yeah, it is a full case. Okay, for a minute I was like, what's going on here? So we've got ourselves the black plastic. This seems to be a something that I just ripped up. What is this? This is some sort of stand. Seems to be some sort of stand. Interesting. We'll look into that in a second. We've got covers for the front and back for the Switch 2 controllers. It's a clear case, so you just have to clip it in. And then we've got some stickers and some. We can put these tabs onto our controllers, and then we've also got some grips. So let me get my Switch 2 and see how it functions. So actually my Switch 2 I haven't used for a bit of time, reason being life gets you in the way. So let me unhinge and disconnect my Joy-Cons. So let's go straight into the plastic, and I don't know how they have put this together. There you go. So I guess we just rip it open. And according to the manufacturers, this is meant to work on the dock as well. So we'll test that out in a second as well. So we've removed that. And then simply it should be the case of just clipping it in, as you see right here. Or maybe not that way, maybe it's meant to be the other way. Maybe I'm meant to not do that at all, and maybe I'm meant to just slide it in. No, I'm not. I meant to actually just do it this way. There you go, and that's firmed it in straight away. Pressing the button, it seems to open everything up. As you can see, it's a bit see-through. And I see why, because the cutout doesn't allow you to put your Switch 2 down, which makes sense. If you've got a case like this, it makes sense. Now let's have a look at these Joy-Cons. So let me put the camera down slightly. As you probably kind of can tell, I'm using my GoPro camera to record this time, because of the fact that my stand for the other one I left in the States accidentally, so boo-hoo, is what it is. So let's unwrap the Switch 2 Joy-Con accessory. So if I can know how to open it up, I will be very thankful. There you go, just hold it right here. And the way it should work is just you place it on top like that. You get the underneath cover. There's a lot of wrapping. I mean, they've done a pretty decent job of wrapping everything, haven't they? Cool, so we've got that. And then simply, we line everything up. And it should just click, I believe. Where am I wrong? And that click there. That click there. And that click there. And no, I didn't even check if the switch 2 case. No, I've got a bit of rubbish that's stuck on the screen. Alright, so we get that out of the way. So this is all clipped in now, I believe. Yes? Has it been clipped in? I think so. I think it's been clipped in. We will figure out when we put it in the dock if this is actually working properly or not. Because look, the alignments of the cards are not great. I think I haven't put this in properly. I will sort that out in a second. But everything so far seems to be pretty good. And then I presume it's just a simple matter of me just putting this in here and it will work. So let me just quickly sort this out and then I'll be back. So I've been able to get that one successfully done. Now we're going to just do the other one. And I haven't tried the Joy-Con yet, so I want to try it after putting both of them on. Because why not? If we're going to do it, we might as well do it as a one piece. So we've put that over here. And we're taking this one out. Now, as I said before, just have to line these gaps up. And then it should just simply be a matter of just clipping them in. There you go. And it's always these last parts, isn't it? It's always this last part which never wants to go in. There you go, that's clicked in, everything's clicked in. So how does it work? Is it a simple matter of us... Oh, okay. And it all seems to just work. Everything seems to be working fine. I can see there's a bit of a gap, there was a bit of a gap there. But I don't know if that's because of the case. And this is what it looks like from the back. So as you can tell, I think there's a bit of a gap here. I'm not sure if that's normal on the Switch without the case, but that's something for me to figure out. But it is working as it should be. So that seems to be working absolutely fine. So let's have a look what other things are here. So we've got Joy-Con grips. So why don't we put those Joy-Con grips on as well? I'll probably want to do that with the screen off. If they want to even go in. Okay, maybe they're not going to go in. I'm not a big fan of the Joy-Con grips. And then we've also got these fancy little colours. So we've got a sticker right here that says Gamer Manual. Congrats on being... Oh, it's not a sticker. It's not a sticker. It's actually just saying congrats on becoming the gaming changer. And then it's just talking about like the warranty and things like that. So I think this is a good purchase. Wasn't a fan of the grips because I couldn't get them on easily. But then I've also got these colours that I can put on top to make it look like the retro Nintendo console. So I don't think I'm going to waste my time doing that. But that was the case, so we're quite happy with that. So now let's move on to the second item that we bought for the Switch. So before I move to the next item, I completely forgot the stand thing. So the way it works is quite interesting. So you pull this lever up, you push it back, you pull this is all the way inside here, you pull it out, and you put it on an angle that you want to have it on. So let's say I want to have it on the furthest angle. And all it is you're just putting a Nintendo Switch 2 on it, and it just works. It's sturdy, it doesn't look like it's about to fall off or anything. That's actually kind of cool. So that actually is a really good purchase, in my opinion. I think it comes with the right stuff, the right accessories and everything. So yeah, it's a thumbs up for me for this one. But now we move on to our second item, which is this. It's a Joy-Con charging grip. You get one with your console, which is not a charging grip, but I saw one of these for an offer. I think it was in about $9.99. Why not pick one up? So let's unbox it and test it out. So I can see right here it's a charging grip for the Switch 2. You can see there's some sellotape. I actually have my scissors right here. So let's open that up right now. Oh, if I can open it up correctly. There you go. And all you have to do is pluck the lid open. And we pull our item out. So what else do we get in here? We get ourselves a JSOAP's review thing. There's a manual in here. You get a charging cable, and then you get the actual Switch 2 Joy-Con. So you can see it's quite nice, it's quite sturdy. There's lights right here. There's USB-C charging right here. And let's just get straight into it. We can plug our Joy-Cons. And how does it work? Do we simply just... it just simply logs in. And it works. Now, how does it function with our Switch 2? And you know what? We're going to use the stand. So let's put this on the Switch 2 here. So how does that function? Does it not recognize it? It doesn't seem to recognize it immediately. So does that mean we need to plug in a cable? Now that's a very interesting one. Does this... oh no, it recognizes it. I think it was just my Joy-Cons low on battery. Oh, there you go. Yeah, cool. Alright, so it's recognized it. And it's actually substantial. It's actually really sturdy. It's comfortable. I feel like this is actually way more comfortable to play with than how the usual controllers go. So actually that's a really positive sign. And it functions absolutely fine. It's more like it's way more accessible. Yeah, dude, you know what? It's actually really worth it in my opinion. It works how I want it to work. Do you know what? That's actually a great setup. You get one of these Joy-Con you get one of these Joy-Con grips, charging grips. You charge up your Switch 2 controllers. You have your Switch 2 right here and going, or you can have it in a dock and it should work absolutely fine. Now, one last thing I need to do is get my Switch 2 dock. So let me do that now. And I want to see if my Switch 2 fits in the dock. And this should show us ideally what our setup looks like. So, Switch 2 dock. Obviously I don't have it plugged in right now, but I just want to make sure it makes a connection. So it goes in. I do feel like there's a connection. Let me move everything across to my monitor and see if this works. So we have our setup. We've got our charging grips. And we've got a Switch 2. So, ultimate test with the case. Does the Switch 2 show up on the in the monitor? It's plugged in. The monitor light has gone white. And it shows up. And it works absolutely fine. And if I now use my grips, it works brilliantly. So guys, this is the charging grip. This is the Switch 2 case. This is the Switch 2 case as well. It works! These were two hand-in-hand transactions that made it worthwhile. So, do I think it was worth it? You're damn right I think it was worth it. And it was absolutely worth it for sure. So guys, if you want to pick these up, I'll link them in the description. But they were totally worth it for me. And we still haven't finished with the unboxing, so we actually picked up a few video games as well. So let me show you those. I won't obviously be playing them or anything in the video, but I wanted to just show you how they look. So let's go back to our other position, which is behind me, and I'll show you the video games I picked up. Those will be very quick. So there's 3 Switch games I've picked up. Now, I'll tell you the price in a second of what they were, but it's very interesting on how much I was able to pick them up for. So the first Switch 2 game I picked up was FC26. Now, I picked this up in the United States. You can tell it's a game key card. The way it works is you plug it in, it downloads it has to then download the game as well. So yeah, it is what it is. But I picked this up for $29. So it's about £23 after conversion. Cheap, better than what the Black Friday sales were going on here. I am a big Real Madrid fan, of course, as you probably know. So it's quite interesting to pick one of these up and be able to play it when I'm on the go. So that's FC26. The next Switch 2 game I have picked up is another game key card, which is the Sonic Shadow Generations. This apparently is meant to be pretty decent, according to everybody else. So I picked this up again for like $29. There was a massive sale going on in Target, so I was able to pick up FC26 and Sonic Generations for $29 each. Very happy, very satisfied with those purchases. So I'm looking forward to playing Sonic Shadow Generations, the Switch 2 version. And then the last one I was able to pick up was Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. So this is a Switch game. This again was, I think, $25, $30 on Target. There's a massive sale going on, really worth it. It's a really good RPG type of game. Thought, do you know what, it'd be quite nice and fun to pick up. It'd be quite nice. So I'm glad I'm building my Switch and Switch 2 collection very nicely. And there's still plenty more games to be coming. So 3 purchases, 3 hauls. Quite happy with that on the Switch side. And then of course the last purchase I ended up making in terms of video games, which is Switch related content, I picked up the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, and this was only £29 on Amazon. I know Ghost of Yota is out. I'm gonna pick that up when it gets a bit cheaper, but I've got the Director's Cut for the PS5, so looking forward to playing that as well. But yeah guys, really nice haul that we've picked up. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.